Can you share with me why so many people are on the streets or choose to be on the streets?
I think a big part of it has to do with the freedom is what keeps us out here. You're your own schedule, we hustle all day, but like it's the busyness of it. And then you go, going to a 9-to-5 job is hard, or, going back to the, like we talked about the shelters, the rules, the regulations, like we don't have really any rules out here except for what we make. And the freedom keeps me out here a lot, and that's what brought me kind of to this area too, is just giving up and wanting to just do whatever I wanted. And it's, we don't have to follow any rules. I always say people who are on the streets I refer to people who are not homeless as civilians, because they work a 9-to-5 and, they hide that they're doing drugs so they can drink on the weekends. And we're just stand on the sidewalk and get high, there's enough of us that it's what are they going to do about it, And it's the freedom of it keeps me out here, but there's a lot of negatives too, but yeah, that's the big thing for me is just, I don't know how I can go back to working a 9-to-5 and paying a job, and the clean too, staying sober is people who aren't homeless come out here and hang out with us and to reap the benefits of being homeless, which sounds funny to say, but we can get cheaper drugs and bigger hookups, I can go to fucking anywhere and get it. And when you're a civilian or in there, you're secretive, you're hiding, you don't want to ask the random person on the street. But
well, and in some ways you're considered almost a protected class, where if you break the law, you're not really going to get in trouble.
Yeah, there's a lot of, that's true. There's a lot of times where they just let her go. When I was on probation as a civilian, I had a very strict regimen to follow. When I got on probation and I was homeless, she literally wrote me a do not detain. Oh no, it was a cite and release. She gave me a cite and release warrant. So anytime I got caught up doing anything with the cops and they ran my name, it says cite and release. They never took me to jail. They just gave me a citation and went on my way. And we, a lot of us just don't ever go to court. We're scared about doing that. And then, with the fentanyl and stuff keeping us, it's, people are scared to get sick. And, they put that on such a pedestal. And some people have never experienced it. And it's really not that bad. You go to jail for 5 days, you can kick that shit,
Interesting.
So yeah, it's just the freedom, and they just they don't really keep us long. But there's the negatives too to that too.
What are some negatives?
When I've been to some medical place. Okay, so there's a couple times I've called an ambulance for a couple of my friends to come, and they've talked my friends out of going. One had a concussion, he was bleeding out of his head, and they were like, is it really that important? How big of a deal is it really? Do you need to go? Because there's rooms for people that need to go, and they wouldn't take her. Another one of my friends, she was pregnant and she had an infection in her leg, and they were like, do you need to go? I'm like, that pregnant lady was standing on a porch, they would have taken her. But because she was standing on the street corner in a tent, they talked her out of going. I've had, people not take me seriously at hospitals when I wanted treatment, because I didn't want to get on Suboxone, I just wanted help with my mental health. They didn't want to give me that. I've also been, treatments don't take you as seriously either. They just think you're going to come and go. Yeah, it's just, I've been matrixed out of jail early because I'm homeless. Literally, I went and I had everything planned to get out and go into a shelter with a backpack and a cell phone on Monday, and this was Friday. Mm-hmm. And Friday night, they kicked me out. They had me planned out to get out on Monday or Tuesday, and then I got matrixed out that Friday night after I met with the people who were going to get me off the streets. It's
wow.
They just want to keep us out here. So we're guinea pigs too. So, fentanyl tests and all that, we're free. People, no one's going to, half the people don't even know where we're at, So. Good.
True. Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.